Hello, this is Miguel from the Embargo Man channel. Okay, if you have never been to South Florida, or I mean, for if you don't live in Florida, most likely if you don't live in South Florida, and you have been not living under a rock, so there is a flea market that they have a catchy jingle, and it is called the Opa Locka Flea Market, Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market. And what is going to happen, right? And I'm just saying, even Jenna, Zarek, I seen your videos, awesome. I mean, you're doing well for your sis, but there's one thing: if you might not know, if you're not aware, that this flea market, the deadline would be on June 30th. So the song is very catchy, right? It has a catchy jingle. So what's going to happen is that if you live under a rock, if you don't notice, and if to saying Jenna, or just saying Desiree Kramer, I don't know if you do work at the Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market, it's gonna suck. I know an apple's gonna hit right hard in your head, that you just hit Justine in the head with an apple. I saw that video. I think I saw one in a channel, in channel 10 or something like that, YouTube channel. But hey, now this is the jingle of the Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market. The Opa Locka Flea Market has a catchy jingle, so let it roll.
Opa Locka Hialeah is the place to go. It's more than just a market, it's a great big show. Opa Locka Hialeah. Opa Locka Hialeah is the place to go. Opa Locka Hialeah is the thing to do. Every time you go, you find something new. Opa Locka Hialeah. Opa Locka Hialeah is for you and me.
Well, what's going on is this: after 40 years, or I might seem that this flea market has been open since 1984 or 1985, that is served the Opa Locka and Hialeah community. What's going on is that the owners and all this stuff, when they have given, I seen news, they give us $5,000 or to each individual to take out all their merchandise and stuff. And I bet that this is very important to come. I mean, even Jenna, you thought you wanna come and go and hop in airplanes every single city, just come to Miami, Florida, and then you could see the Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market. Maybe if Desiree was working, that Kramer works there, well, she might be selling Star Wars decal for your sister's patio, Jenna, Justine. I mean, that flea market is gonna close. They might be selling a lot of, Star Wars decor. I mean, I know you said there's no Star Wars, stickers or anything like that. And when I read on your Twitter, then yeah, it would be like interesting to go to Opa Locka and get and let your sister Justine, go get all the merchandise before it closed. The deadline is gonna be on June 30th, right? So the song would be, and I don't know about people are still yelling 6 more months. So what's going on with this, and this is an individual or probably a company based there, they might just do any contract. What I'm going to do is, before I leave town, because I'm going to Colombia and visit my father. I'm going to visit my dad. What is going on is that either Amazon, probably is my stepdad told me it was going to be a racetrack. No, it's going to be an Amazon warehouse. And when talking about an Amazon warehouse, we already have an Amazon warehouse in Opa Locka. There's an Amazon warehouse across a little bit further. Yes, an Amazon warehouse a few blocks around here, right? So this is in Miami Lakes, Florida. Yeah, an Amazon warehouse, right? So what it is with the Amazon warehouse is that I think that they're gonna put an Amazon warehouse, and what else do people work in the other Amazon warehouse, right? Then when I have done some YouTube videos back then about a Apple store in Miami Lakes on Main Street. So what it is for Apple and to open up a store in Miami Lakes, though, I mean, people around here have to go catch a bus or drive all the way to Aventura Mall at the Apple store in Aventura Mall. So I know that they change from one location to another, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome, something like that. But what is going on with this? And people are protesting for 6 more months. So 6 more months before the deadline. So if an Apple store opens, what's going to be is that I know they're looking for location. When I went one time, I went to where it is an ice cream parlor now. There used to be somebody's gift shop. They closed it and then they turned it into an ice cream parlor. And then after that, I went to take some pictures in a restaurant. I mean, was a Tony Roma's, and then it was a buffet, right? And after that, they closed it down. And then I thought that place was gonna be the Apple store on Main Street Mall. What is going to be about the Apple store and about all this situation going on with Opa Locka is that, I mean, there might be some contracts between Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market and the Miami and the town of Miami Lakes. What it is to expand it, would it be the Apple store? It's gonna be Apple. Where the Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market was there, the Opa Locka Flea Market was still there. They closing it down. Everybody has like, let's say, old stock of discontinued iPhones are sold in that flea market. Now what's going on is, where are they gonna sell all these old stock of discontinued iPhones? Probably gonna end up selling it on eBay or something like that, online, in other words. So what they do with these vendors, they might just go online, they might just go to eBay or to Amazon, and then they get the space in Amazon or on eBay, and they're gonna sell their stuff that they couldn't sell at the Opa Locka Flea Market, Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market. So what's going on? They have no other choice in that, and then some people gonna throw us like dogs. Oh, they're gonna throw us like dogs. Not so fast, all right. If I see some of you guys on TV, it's not so fast. What's going on is, to this development, it is the town of Miami Lakes and Apple trying to look a location to open up an Apple store. What's going on to open up an Apple store? Where is the location of it? Just stretches out to the Opa Locka Airport, and this is just part of Miami Lakes. Put it that way. That the expansion of what it is of closing the Opa Locka Flea Market is not because of an Amazon warehouse. the Amazon warehouse might be a possibility. Other possibility of Apple in town of Miami Lakes, what it is that they have chosen the site and the company that owns the Opa Locka Flea Market decided, oh well, let's do this. Let's have Apple open their store, a really big store, and yet it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome, and so it sucks that people are gonna lose some jobs. I mean, big tech or technology has screwing up with people's lives. I mean, I went there to a supermarket and get some tomatoes, and there are already put it, automatic self-servicing cash registers. I mean, this is just like technology is killing jobs, and then I mean, things to go get new and improve doesn't mean things get better. Sometimes they get worse. So also would it be that people might just, okay, they're gonna open an Apple store, and what is the Apple store is? It was the Opa Locka Flea Market. It was the Opa Locka Flea Market that is going to be an Apple store. So that is going to be like that. I think, I don't know, my plans is to have the last dance at the Opa Locka Flea Market before it turns into an Apple store. And as before it turns to an Apple store, I might just do that. And Justine or Zarek, iJustine, I mean, I know there's some Dutch woman, Ivana, I kind of like her, but she wrote me comments about all this, like a Cheerio, something like that. I know what it is, but sometimes there's other problems, my own personal problems are in stake, because problems with the heart. So mind about my personal problems with the heart. But then what it is that what was gonna happen with this flea market is gonna close down. The deadline's on June 30th. Everybody has to just sell all their stuff, do or find their, and then I mean after Opa Locka Flea Market, Hialeah Flea Market, where are you gonna find some bargains? At the swap shop. Swap shop is another flea market, one of the only flea markets besides festival that is gonna stay open, and some people who sell stuff at Opa Locka gotta flock all the way to Fort Lauderdale and sell those stuff. Others that didn't want to flock, they might just sell their stuff online. I mean, they're like bunch of computer stores, and they sell Apple stores unofficially. I mean, Apple products unofficially, or sometimes they sell a bunch of phones. They sell all different kinds of stuff, household items, produce, everything like that. Even a dentist, all right. So, and they even make shows. So what's going on with this flea market is that they're gonna close. The deadline would be on June 30th. Everything's gonna close. The projects would be this. What it is between, it's not just the Amazon. If Amazon has something to do with this, it's just gonna be a really big Amazon warehouse, and the people that sell their discontinued old stock of iPhones that are discontinued, right? So they're gonna end up going to the place they sold, but it's kept at a warehouse. Somebody somewhere in New York or Pennsylvania is buying a discontinued iPhone from those vendors that once worked at the Opa Locka Flea Market, the Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market. If it's an Apple store, it's gonna be big. If it's gonna be a really big Apple store, it's gonna be just take over. Gonna be called Apple Store Miami Lakes. Apple Store. Yeah, still recording. Apple Store Miami Lakes. Apple Store Miami Lakes is gonna be like a huge Apple store. It's really big. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna take all of the what it is of Opa Locka Flea Market. I mean, is gonna take over all of the Opa Locka Flea Market. So there's Opa Locka Airport, and I mean what it is of all this, that Opa Locka Hialeah organization, the owners, and Apple and Miami Lakes would say about all this, that this would be, maybe we might have a trolley, all right, so not trolley, like a little bus that certainly belongs to Miami Lakes. So it would be like a big Apple store. I mean, I would go to the Opa Locka Flea Market for the last time and do the last dance. But then what it is about this, and I'm just telling you, even for Jenna, Zarek, time to head to Florida, Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market, the Opa Locka Flea Market in Miami, Florida is gonna close. Try to find some decor from Star Wars related items. And if you're wondering if Des Kramer works in Opa Locka, I believe she works there and sells all this decor for Justine's patio. I mean, what it is about all this is that the trip to over there, the Opa Locka Flea Market, would be closing in the theme song for that video in your channel, Jenna, would be the closing about the, so long from Toy Story 3. And then like I remember, Andy gave away the toys to a little girl, and then it's called So Long. Randy Newman's So Long, that'll be it. But then, because I saw that when they closed a Ford factory in Canada, so I seen that So Long from Randy Newman, Toy Story 3. Then what was going on with this, Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market is gonna close. I might be out of town to see that, and then when people were closing in, I might see who works there. I mean, the people that works at the Opa Locka Flea Market, thank you for selling my phones or selling phones. I got one of the first, Motorola Android phone, and all that stuff. I got, so many good times, phone holders, fruits, corn on the cob is so awesome. But yeah, things are gonna be missed. It's gonna be a new time. It's gonna be a new era. What's going on with this after Opa Locka closes, after the Opa Locka Flea Market closes down? What's going on is that people are gonna stay up in line. I would probably, the thing is, I love to dance, and I practice it. I wanted to do singing in America's Got Talent. I mean, for anybody, even Justine, Jenna, like your sister, no doubt about it, I do like your sister. But then Justine, I would say this, that if the Opa Locka Flea Market closed and they reopen it to an Apple store, what I wanted to do is go there when it opens as an Apple store, seeing this is cool, find you there. And then I remember seeing your videos when you dance at Apple stores. I remember just seeing you dancing at Apple stores and stuff. Then when we find each other right there at the place, at the flea market, at the Opa Locka Flea Market, I'm gonna tell what I actually tell your sister that. I'm actually gonna tell what I feel and what I have my feelings inside of me. I want to express it. And then what would you dance in there? I don't know if Tool, the band, is gonna play in Bayfront Park. I mean, this is just find out. I'm not sure, but say every time Tool goes and plays in Bayfront Park, I mean, that's it. After the Apple Store, the new Apple Store that is going to replace the Opa Locka Flea Market, the Apple Store that is going to replace it. And then what it is, we just go dance. I will try to learn how to dance tango and stuff. And then the reason I was just imagining that I have done in my videos why I want to save money for dance school in California. I'm mentioning, and I say the name. I already read your book like twice, Justine, and awesome. About all this. I'm trying to say, okay, I'm gonna play you some jerk at this guy's name Darman. So the thing is that I wanted to do is that I wanted to say this meetup at the Apple store, where the Opa Locka Flea Market is stood by right now. The Apple store, they're gonna replace it, is that, I mean, you dance, but let's say, I don't know if we could say you think a dance salsa or something now, or merengue. At the Apple store, we dance together, Justine, you and me, and yeah, I'm gonna like show us some moves, and after that about the lightsaber thing, and you know how to do the activity or something like that, or like martial art. I think I want to do this for fun. I want to do this for fun, just to play around, like cops and robbers and stuff. I like to be the robber, or say I love Darth Vader as my favorite villain. I wanted to just play around like Darth Vader and all that stuff. But then if you want to do like the Star Saber, just play around with the lightsaber, just play around with the lightsaber, that stuff. And then mentioning with dancing and going to compete on America's Got Talent is like it's a dream come true. It would be a dream come true. It would be a dream come true to meet you, Justine. But it's also a dream come something that I would love to do. Even though singing would be something that I would do, but if not, all we do is we meet at the Apple store, where when the Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market, after it closes. I don't know when. Could be in the next 2 years. Could be next year. I don't know when. But then what's gonna happen with the Opa Locka Flea Market after this closes is going to just the project with Apple store in Miami Lakes. This is just the town of Miami Lakes are settling into a close after this deadline on June 30th. After the deadline of June 30th, we're closing the flea market. After the flea market is closed, there's gonna be a grand opening, infrastructure. What is gonna be? What is all the Apple stores that you have been? Even one in California. I mean, I don't know, a really big Apple store. It used to be a museum or something like that. Now here in Miami, Florida, here in the Miami Lakes, Hialeah area, the Apple store of Miami Lakes is gonna be very big. It's gonna take all of the space where the flea market, the Opa Locka Flea Market, stood. And then what is gonna be is all these cool things with Apple. Even Apple might get out a game console. So what's going on is this Apple store is gonna be big. It's gonna be really big. It's gonna be like, okay, I know. I hope they're gonna have a stage. And I remember when the Opa Locka Flea Market had a stage, and they have two girls dancing, and go dance. But this is my thing: is if I go to the flea market and do the last dance, but also, and I was thinking of one thing is. With Justine and I at the Apple store in Opa Locka opening, playing the Gloria Gaynor Last Dance song, Last Dance at the end to finish it up at the Apple store. Probably a friend of mine was gonna take it on my iPhone 12. Who knows when the Apple store in Miami Lakes gonna open? But I believe it is this. What it is, the sector of Main Street is too small. The Aventura Mall is too far away. It's like a longer drive. The Apple store in the Miami Lakes area, or is it saying the so-called Opa Locka Flea Market that is going to be the Miami Lakes Apple store, is gonna have some stage that I could say dancing there. It's gonna be is right here on Embargo Man and probably on iJustine's channel who like this collaboration dancing at the Apple Store in Miami Lakes. Then that'll be awesome and that'll be so amazing, and it would be like the first time I'm gonna. To me, it's gonna be the first time to meet a beautiful woman that is a YouTuber coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I mean, because I know there's a Dutch chick that always comments me, but this beautiful YouTuber that I have read her book twice, she's an amazing human being, and I understand that I recommend you to read you that book. There's my GoFundMe page. You want to support me to support for a school at a school in California. But then it's gonna be more if it goes closer to that end when they open the Apple Store. When I am going to be there, this is where I could meet Justine in there. And then it'll be very, very nice I could even dance with Justine and just saying at the Apple Store. And because I see Justine dancing at the Apple Store, I see you, Justine, at the Apple Store. It would be nice to meet you and greet you and tell you what I say about that book. I'd say it's awesome. I'd say you did what you did. Everybody loves you. Your parents love you. Your friends love you. Your sister love you. Everything. I mean, you are awesome. You are an awesome person, and you even help out somebody that has a rare disease. A rare disease that I know that she got bullied. You are part of a documentary of Braveheart and stuff. And other than that I don't know if you could sing a bit. I mean, there's some silly videos and you do some parodies, but then what it is about you got a really big heart. I mean, that's what it is. Justine, you have a big heart and a beautiful soul, not just beauty and this and the outside. Beautiful personality. I was just saying, let's meet. I wanted to compete in AGT, and then you gotta say this is if you could learn tango lessons besides lightsaber, besides martial arts. I mean, martial arts is like self-defense and stuff. I mean, the thing is that we all need to do is to get along with everybody no matter what. We need to love one another and be kind to one another. And that's about it. That's about it that I'm just saying. I would love to see the new Apple Store where Opa Locka's now is gonna close, and people are protesting 6 more months and 2 more months and whatever. They're chanting 6 more months. So people at the Hialeah, Opa Locka Hialeah Flea Market, you know what? So some of you have a chance. You have a chance to work at the same place. Maybe the ones that you're selling computers and you're involved with technology and sell cell phones and all that stuff. You might work for Apple and wait off with Apple open up their stores. You're gonna find out about Apple products, Apple computers. Everything Apple related with Apple stuff. All right. So what's going on is that you're gonna work for Apple, but you're gonna still work at the same place, but it's not gonna be longer a flea market. It's no longer a flea market. It's gonna be an Apple store. Whole different story, whole different era, a whole different place. It's not the same. It's not the same that they have 2 chicks dancing and music and shows and whatever. Boxing or wrestling or nothing like that. Just a huge Apple store that everybody could come out, and nobody for here in the Miami Lakes or Hialeah area could go so far as Aventura Mall to go to an Apple store in Aventura Mall because they have their Apple store really close to them that was used to be a flea market. So if you're staying long for this video, I'll tell you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. I do need 1,000 subscribers, and thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I would love to see that. I have been there since about the same time as Justine has came there. She is very, very worthwhile doing the 300 page phone bill. What I learned from her is a lot. Not just I learned more from her by reading her book, and then this is where like my heart it gets to pound a little bit. But please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. And what's going on right now after the Opa Locka Flea Market closes, it would be my time to just meet a beautiful woman YouTuber and probably go to her hometown. This is the reason why I made the other video about why do I want an NBA franchise in Pittsburgh. You know, I mean, goodbye and peace out. Take care of yourself, people. I will see you on the next video. Bye.